Welcome to another video, guys. Today we're going to be talking about one of the best starts you could be doing in Raid Shadow Legends. Because right now, if you open yourself a new account, you can literally start with free legendary champions as soon as your first week, as well as free top tier epic champions to go with them too. So in this video, I'm going to go through all of those champions, talk how you can get them, and what you should need to know about them so you can make a good, educated decision to get yourself the best possible start. Hope you enjoyed the video, and if you do, a like and subscribe would be great. And don't forget you can check me out live on stream each Tuesday and Thursday, where I do free account takeovers for you guys. But now, let's check out the champions. Okay, so the first legendary champion you could be getting yourself right now, if you actually download the game through my premium download link, would be none other than Narma the Returned. Narma right now is actually a pretty top tier champion when it comes down to clan boss especially, and she is basically a clan boss specialist, which is one of the most important things you need to have once you start yourself a new account, because as you guys know, clan boss is the most important thing you need to be tackling, so you can actually start earning yourself a bunch of shards, legendary skill books, and anything in between. Narma is perfect for that because she is a poison champion, and as you guys know, poison really does work well with clan boss, and you don't even need to have that big a gear in order to actually get yourself a good amount of stuff, all thanks to the poison damage and poison sensitivity combo. All you need out of her is to be decently quick, decently accurate, and that is gonna give you enough to actually start getting yourself a 2-key and heck even a 1-key Ultra Nightmare clan boss relatively soon. Right now, this is the legendary champion you will be getting out of my premium download link, so it's definitely a very top tier choice, but like I said, this is not the only legendary champion you're gonna be getting, because you're also gonna have 48 hours to use the promo code section to get yourself an extra amazing legendary champion. For that to happen, if you're on PC or on mobile, you can just go to the promo code section from here and enter the code you want. And now we're gonna go through all of the champions you could be going for, or at least the ones that are at least worth it, because there's plenty of not so great ones too. Heads up, if you're using this on iOS, you can use the promo code section from my video description. There is instructions how you can be using promo codes even with iPhones and iOS. Anyway, the first worth champion you could be getting yourself out of the promo code section would be none other than Alice, and this girl is really decent, especially for new accounts, and all you gotta do is use the promo code GetAlice, and that is gonna start you off with Alice the Wanderer, which is definitely a pretty good campaign farmer, wave control, wave damage dealer, as well as decent amount of control if we gotta be honest. Like the cooldown increase definitely ain't no joke, and she's also pretty decent on things like clan boss with her triple hitter A1, which also is gonna give you a lot of damage. She's not too bad in PvP as well, so definitely a valid option, but personally I do believe there's plenty better champions than her. The Cheshire Cat, for example, is definitely a better champion when it comes down to PvP especially, but he is definitely dealing a good amount of damage on PvE content as well, and he definitely looks pretty badass. So he is a very sought after champion you could be getting yourself right now with the promo code KittyCut. He definitely slaps quite well, especially once he's in Veil or Perfect Veil. His A3 is definitely very solid, giving you an extra turn if you kill an enemy, and the A2 also ain't no joke, and the passive is really strong when it comes down to PvP especially, because this champion is going to be pretty hard to kill actually. The speed in all battles is also pretty awesome, so all around very good champion. You can also still be starting the game with an actual Void legendary as well, which is going to be none other than Tchanorok with the promo code Desert Queen, and she is definitely a very good champion to be getting yourself, but for a starting account, maybe not the best one. She's definitely very good though, giving you increased speed and increased defense with the A3, and also bringing you decreased attack and block buffs on the A2, and heck, she even brings decreased speed on the A1, so all around she does have a very nice buff and debuff package, so she is a top tier support for a brand new account especially, and she's even doing some cleanse action with her passive, so all around very solid. But I think you are gonna have more higher priority champions instead of her, albeit she is definitely not a bad champion to be having, and I myself even after 3 years don't have her and I would like to have her, but alas, Void legendaries are not exactly easy to get. While we're on the subject, we can also talk about another legendary Void champion here, which would be Turvold, and this guy is definitely decent, but I would not say he's a great champion for a new player especially, basically because this guy starts dealing really good damage the more buffs he has. As you can see, damage increases according to the number of buffs on this champion, and for that to be working, you are gonna need to have a lot of support champions with plenty of buffs, and as a new player that's not gonna be happening way too easily, but he's definitely quite the heavy hitter if you can support him, but that's the thing, you probably won't. If you still want to be getting yourself Turvold, the promo code for him would be Big Dog. Ultimate Death Knight is also worth mentioning here. He is still a pretty top tier champion when it comes down to PvP, especially for newer players, like this guy can single-handedly cockblock so many arena teams, it's not funny. He's not as top tier as he used to be, but still pretty strong, and you could also be using him decently well on things like PvE as well, so not a bad champion, that's for sure. If you want to be getting UDK, it's gonna be the code UDKing, but we still haven't reached a champion that I really think you should be getting. Another decent champion you could be getting yourself here would be Razelvark, and this guy definitely is not a bad champion. He does bring quite a few decent things for a team, like Leech is definitely very sought after, so you can keep your team alive, especially if you have more damage dealers than supports, and also the increased speed and the increased accuracy are both pretty valuable, especially once you're starting out, because increased accuracy is going to help you make the builds a lot easier. He also has a decent passive, making him very fast the longer the fight goes, and again, he does bring a very good increase ally speed in all battles by 20%, which is 1% more than most champions, so definitely pretty solid. For him, the promo code would be GoFast, but let's check out the really good champions you could be getting instead. Starting off with the new champions from the Argonites, you actually could be getting yourself a couple of these with a promo code, and the first one, which has been introduced recently, is Femo, this guy, and he's definitely okay. He's a defense-based champion, so not bad at all. It's not gonna be too hard keeping him alive while he's dealing a decent chunk of damage. On the A2, he brings increased defense as well as a shield, which is not bad, and on the A3, he also has a stun, albeit it's just for a single enemy, so he does look like he has an interesting package, but I don't think he's as good as the other options we have here. He's a new champion from the Argonites, so definitely not a bad champion to be having, because very soon Faction Wars for Argonites is gonna start opening up, but I don't believe he's that top tier, if we gotta be completely honest. Who is top tier, however, will be Pelops, and this guy really is gonna be probably the best choice for you guys, I'm not even joking. Like, this guy brings so much to the table, both defensive and offensive wise. He's very disgusting in things like Arena, and he is gonna help you so much in PvE content as well, because of this bad boy. The Magma Shield is gonna be really insane for you. He also brings taunt as well as increased attack for all of your allies, which is gonna be pretty nice, and the Magma Shield basically reflects damage, so the more the opponents hit you, the more damage you're gonna be dealing that way. He also has a pretty nice A2, which will be stealing buffs from the opponent targets. The A1 is not bad with a decreased attack, and he also has a nice little passive, making this champion immune to stuns, HP burns, and petrifications, and that's not even all of it, but you can read more on that on your own. So yeah, I would say this is probably the best champion you could be choosing when it comes down to the promo code section, but we also have a few other very worth champions to talk about. Just to let you know, the promo code for Pelops would be Super Victory, whereas for Femo, it would be the promo code Femo. Original, I know. We could also mention Sitsia here, Sissia the Flametongue. She is another champion that recently got introduced to the promo code section, and she is definitely alright. Has a pretty nice triple hitter on the A1. On the A2, she brings both weaken and decreased defense, but it does require for HP burn for it to actually be reliable, but it's definitely not bad, especially with the tick of the HP burn. Kinda sounds cool, but the cool thing is she does bring HP burn on her A3, albeit it's a little bit weird how she does it, but definitely pretty strong. So yeah, she could be a worth champion for some people. She even has a nice little passive to go with it, and for her the promo code would be Firestorm. And the last champion I want to talk about here would be another really worth champion, which would be Podrick. Grand Oak Podrick is definitely a very solid champion here. He does have a decent A1, bringing you up to 50% chance of decreasing the cooldown of a random ally skill by 2 turns on his freaking A1, which is definitely very strong. The A2 is a very nice ally attack, which is going to be very strong for things like Fire Knight, for Clan Boss, and anything in between. He also brings some healing while he's at it. And on the A3, he brings a very good turn meter fill with a big increased speed, and he even also cleanses your team, so very amazing champion. His passive is also pretty good, bringing you increased attack, increased defense, and increased accuracy depending on the champion he's gonna be buffing, and he also brings shield for HP champions, so not bad at all. And again, he does have a very nice aura here, only for dungeons however, but with 25% speed in all dungeons, definitely sounds great. For him, the promo code would be Raph, and with that, I think these are all of the promo code champions we need to be talking about, even though there's a few others out there which are really not worth it. Honestly, I think the only one I haven't talked about is Green Warden Ruark. This guy, he's okay definitely, but not as good as other champions I've talked about. Just for the sake of having a full list of the promo code champions, he's having the promo code Tree Hugger, and I'm not sure if Sun Wukong is still available for grabs. He is from the Skinwalkers, very nice PvP champion. He used to be a staple promo code champion with the promo Monkey King, but I'm not guaranteeing nowadays that this champion is still available from a promo code. If he is, he's great for for PvP, okay for PvE as well, especially for Hydra for the block buffs, but not that amazing for most PvE content, even though he does have his moments. That's it for the second legendary champion you could be getting, and the third legendary champion right now you will be getting would be none other than Valoran from the Valorant Chase. If you just log in for 7 days, you are gonna grab yourself this guy. Here he is in all of his glory. He's a nice cool undead horse champion, and he is from the new Web of Corruption event as far as I know, even though why does he not have the little promo section here? Anyway, his A1 is a double hitter, brings also heal reduction, which could be very valuable, especially in things like Grim Forest. On the A2, he brings both Leech and Weaken, which does book out to a 100% chance, which is very nice. And the A3 is also kind of cool. Attacking one enemy 2 times before attacking removes all debuffs from this champion and swaps HP with the target. Usually effects like this are not super top tier, but if you build this guy in some kind of an unkillable situation, swapping the champion and basically almost killing him that way could be cool. He also does ignore 15% of the target's defense, or even up to 30% if this champion's HP is greater than the opponent. Kind of an okay champion, definitely worth getting him for free, and you're also gonna get yourself a 5-star soul for him right now, so definitely not bad at all. He also has a passive. The aura ain't horrible, even though it's nothing too crazy, but still, for a free champion, why not? Especially with the fact you are gonna get to easily grab his 5-star soul on him, so getting yourself a 5-star protected brimstone on a free champion like that, why wouldn't you? That's about it for the free legendary champions, but we definitely need to mention the free epic champions you could be getting out of my premium download link right now, which would be one of the best champions, I would say, in my opinion, is gonna be the epic champion Tagore. This guy is really gonna skyrocket your progress. He is one of the best, if not the best, epic support champions, because he has revive, heal, and big increased speed. And not only that, he even has a massive passive with the decrease of damage received by allies with 50% or less HP by 10%, which is definitely gonna buy you a little bit of extra time. The revive is for everybody. He also gives him a little bit of shield, and he revives him at 30% HP. The heal is also based off of this guy's HP, so the bigger HP you give him, the better the healing is gonna be, the better the shield's gonna be, and the big increased speed is also very, very worth it. And on the A1, he does bring a little bit of increased defense for the champion with the lowest HP, but still, it's something. The second champion you're gonna be getting for the epics would be Ugo, and she is another absolute top tier epic champion when it comes down to support. She is going to be bringing you both big decreased defense as well as block buffs, so even to this day, this champion is actually a staple in one of my Hydra teams. She brings a mini cleanse and a decent amount of healing, brings a little bit of leech from the A1, all around absolutely amazing champion, definitely is going to be very worth it on most people's teams. And the last champion here would be Seeker, and I gotta say this was one of the first few epics I actually opened back in the day on my account, and I really gotta say this guy absolutely skyrocketed my progress. He does have a pretty reliable provoke on his A1, so you could definitely be using him on things like Hydra, but the very important thing is how much freaking turn meter boost this guy is bringing. Like, this is basically a 2-turn cooldown, boost all of your allies' turn meter by 30%, and this thing grants you an extra turn. So technically speaking, if you build this guy in a reflex set or in a relentless set, he's gonna be basically always turn meter boosting your team each freaking turn, or at least half of them. So yeah, that would be very, very massive for most people's accounts, especially in the beginning. Giving yourself this much turn meter boost really is massive. He also has a passive here, which brings you big increased defense if this guy gets critted, but of course that's not super reliable. So yeah guys, this is what I wanted to talk about in this video. This is definitely one of the best promo codes out there right now, if not the best. Really gives you a lot of good things to be doing as soon as your first few days in the game, and you can literally just skyrocket your progress on a new account this way. So yeah, if you're planning on starting yourself a new account or just starting the game for the first time, this would probably be the best way to do it right now. I hope you found the video helpful, and if you did, a like and subscribe would be great, and don't forget to check me out live on stream each Tuesday and Thursday, where I do free account takeovers for you guys. Thanks for watching. I'm Chris05, and I'll see you in my next video or stream.